Good day, everyone, and welcome to study number 10. And the title of today's study is We Want a King. And we're going to look at 1 Samuel chapter 8, verses 19 to 22. Let me ask you a question as we begin today. If you could take the skills or talents of three other people, what would they be, and from who would you take them? Let's be real. We've all had those moments when we look at someone and we think, I wish I was more like them. Maybe you'd like the singing skills of Lewis Capaldi, or the sporting skills of Jacob Stockdale. Maybe you'd like the baking skills of Mary Berry, or the acting skills of Tom Hanks. Maybe you'd rather have the comedy skills of Michael McIntyre, or the writing skills of J.K. Rowling. We've all looked around at other people and thought to ourselves, I want what they have. And in our passage today, we see the Israelites doing exactly the same thing. In 1 Samuel 8, we read these words. But the people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we want a king over us. Then we'll be like all the other nations, with a king to lead us and to go out before us and fight our battles. When Samuel heard all that the people said, he repeated it before the Lord. The Lord answered, listen to them and give them a king. The people of God, they looked around them and they saw what everyone else had, and they had a sense that they were missing out. So far, they've had to put their trust in God to keep them safe and to provide for them. But as they look at the other nations around them, where they see kings and they see impressive armies, they begin to think to themselves, well, yeah, we have God, but if we also had a king and an army, then we'd feel really secure. So they said, look, we want to be like everyone else. They rejected God and they asked for a king. Having God was good, but they wanted more. They wanted to put their trust in something they could see, something they could touch. Imagine for a second just how crazy that is. The people who had the King of Kings leading and guiding them said no, and they settled for something that actually was much less. They were even warned about the dangers of their choices, but they ignored it because they thought they knew better. For the Israelites, a human king was more important to them than fully trusting in God. And so God gave them what they wanted. Their first king was a man called Saul, and things didn't go too well because Saul disobeyed God. A king is someone who leads and requires submission from his followers. I wonder, what are the kings that we have in our lives? I think we need to carefully consider who or what is our king. Who or what sets the direction for us in life? Who or what has the most influence over us? Who or what is in control? Too often we sing Jesus is Lord, which is another way of saying Jesus is King, on a Sunday, but for the rest of the week we sing a very different song. Some of us might sing, I'm King. Others might sing, well, my grades are king. Other people might say, people's opinions of me are king, while others would sing, money is king, or my happiness is king. Like it or not, we are all followers. We always follow something or someone, and none of us are immune to outside influences. We can so easily give in and go with the flow of what's popular around us. Therefore, like the Israelites, we have to decide whether God will be our king or whether we want a king just like everybody else.